Good morning, it's Monday the 14th of March. Darren's off work this week, so we're cracking on with loads of jobs, and we're actually at the point now where we're getting the shelves and the doors on the kitchen units. Dead exciting. So Darren's just fitting the fixings that make the door open and close. And very strangely, we both at the same time had the idea that the handles that came with the units and the doors, as lovely as they are and is in keeping with the brushed metal theme, we just don't want them. So we both also came up with the idea of using perhaps a pull instead of a handle, like a strip of leather or something like that. So that was really weird and spooky. So it does feel like we've been ploughing on with the bus conversion for quite some time now, and really all we want to do is make the most of some of these drier, brighter days and just try and get away. But that will come soon, and we know that we're just going to keep working at getting this done. It's all the little fiddly bits where you have to paint something and then let it dry and then paint that layer again and then let that dry and then do the next section, and then when all of that's dry then you've got to varnish it twice and all that kind of thing. You'll know what I mean. But we're happy with the way that it's progressing, and we are just looking forward to getting back out on the road. Next week we're actually going to be travelling down to Thirsk, where we had the LPG installed, to get them to install our hob in the kitchen, and then that will be fully functioning along with the heater. And if we can actually get the sink plumbed in, because we've got pretty much everything we need to do that, we just need to have time to do it, then we may get away for a night or two and give it a try. Fingers crossed, eh? Now though, we just look at each other and smile, don't we? Because it's like, oh my god, that looks so good, or hooray, that bit is finished. So it's really good.
It's really good, yeah. All the little jobs now that are making it look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that have niggled for ages, and like electrics you've thought about for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then yesterday you just cracked on with it.
Yeah,
and
about halfway done with the electrics, probably about now. So for the electrics, the only part that we need to do, we didn't show any of that on camera because it's literally just connecting wires to each other. But the only bit of the electrics that now needs doing is I need to get 4 battery cables, which I'm waiting to arrive from eBay. Should arrive in the next couple of days. And then that will just be connecting the batteries to the earth and the batteries to the fuse box, and then all of these lights should be working, and the fridge and everything else.
Good.
Just a few cables. Yep, but it's looking almost finished.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yep, 3 drawers to go, and then you can have some lunch. So the magnets are on. We haven't got our pulls yet, but yeah, that's quite a good strong hold on that one. Oh, that one's must have been stronger, but that's yeah, good. Well, it's something like Saturday the 18th of March, and as soon as you start to film, a helicopter goes over. How strange. So we've done lots of little jobs today and lots of frustrating jobs where we were trying to get stuff for the plumbing for the sink and couldn't get the right fittings because most of the plumbing supply stores were closed. So we've come home and we've come home and we've turned our attention to the entryway. So let me show you. So this is our step as we come in, and what we've done is we've taken away all of the trim that went around here, and Darren's just given that a really good scrub. We've taken off the guard that we put on here just till we get this bit job done, and there were also some trims around here which we've bashed and broken off with a screwdriver and a hammer just to get it all out. So I'm now going to give this a really good clean. Darren's cleaning, as I say, he's cleaning all the trims that go around here, and then we've got some sisal matting that will cover this whole area in this odd shape here. Then we'll reuse all of the fixings that were on to finish it off and keep everything in place, and then we're going to do that step as well with similar stuff. And the little light here, we actually found out from Darren doing all of the electrics up on the control panel that that light actually works as well. So let's see how we get on. Yep, that's come up lovely. So I'll just continue on and get all of that finished and dried off. There we go, that's pretty good. So I've cut them out to the shape. There is a join in the centre here where you can see, but I'm going to use some spray adhesive to hold that down, and the edges will all be held in by the finish that we're reusing again. Good. And that's it all done. So we've got the transition plate between the vinyl floor and the entryway done. All of the original fixings are put back on with new screws, and it looks smart as. Take it outside and show you from there. Done. Ooh. Good morning. It's Sunday now, so we cracked on this morning and got the entranceway finished just as you've seen, and then we're trying to get all those little jobs done. I've been talking about this for weeks, but there's just so many little jobs. And this morning we have put the door pulls on the kitchen, so let me show you. We've gone for some black straps and just used the pre-drilled holes that were in the back of the door for the original handles, but these don't stick out half as much, and if we do bash into them then they're just pretty soft. So that's just about all of the kitchen complete, except for plumbing. So, got the last piece of wood scribed and fitted in. It's not screwed in or anything yet because I'm going to paint it, but it's Sunday evening and the light's starting to go, so we're going to finish there. It's been a really productive week, especially with Darren off work. We've managed to get loads done between us. Even got some preliminary plumbing done in for the sink for the wastewater. Good morning, it's Friday the 25th of March and the weather is absolutely glorious. I haven't picked up a camera all week and I must admit I've barely done anything all week on the bus because it's just been lovely, and Max and I have been out walking and just enjoying the unseasonable weather, which is delightful. So I thought I'd better crack on and get a few jobs done and show you the little bits that I have done. Here in the cab I've stuck down some of the carpet, the original carpet, where we'd taken down some of the signs, and I've put in a plate here. It's just some plywood, and I'm going to get, I've seen some sort of like a basket that I want to attach onto there for carrying things, papers, maps, that kind of bits and bobs, and then another one there, and that's literally just because there was a hole from taking down a sign. The rest of it just a few little odd bits where the auto carpet had become loose. And this is behind the driver's seat, so where Darren has done all the wiring. I've just used up some of the last thin ply just to cover the wires up so they don't get caught or dragged. As you can see, it is literally just using up the last bits. I couldn't get all of it in, but we do intend to have a curtain that's going to run from here all the way across, so that top bit won't get seen. And then I cut out a section so we've got access to the MPPT. I don't know whether that's focused because my eyes can't focus that close with these glasses on. And we still have super quick access to our kill switch there, and the fuse box is just in here and it's all wired up. Darren's got everything all wired in, so everything works. And I've got the divide between the kitchen and the bedroom up, so that's been painted in our usual colours and several coats of lacquer. And then I've made another strap just as I did for the fridge here with the webbing and velcro for our Berkey, and then that's screwed in here to keep it all safe. The board here is, it's screwed into the kitchen base units, it's screwed into the worktop with long screws, and then right at the top I've put a panel in, and that's screwed into the struts in the ceiling and then screwed in through that way. So it's really solid. Obviously the Berkey won't have its lid on when we're driving, and it won't be very full. It's just literally so we don't have to have a second space to store it away when we're travelling. I can't remember if I showed you, we have put some pulls onto the kitchen units, so they work really well. And we also have the yep, we've got some heavy duty air goes Max. We also have some heavy duty magnets to help keep the doors closed. 20 kilo ones. And at the moment I'm just working on putting some auto carpet onto the back doors. There we go. So I've got just some little what do you call them? Some of them, just holding it on, just squaring it up, and I'm just going to start spraying, gluing, trimming and get those on. I didn't manage to film any of that. I think it's just too messy. I didn't want any glue on the camera, but not my best carpeting job, not my worst, but that will in the most do for a base. And then I'm working on something to make a frame around the window that will square it up, because the sides are sloped. They slope inwards here and on this side. The base slopes down a little bit but isn't too bad, and the top is quite square, but I'm working on making some kind of frame for that to square it off. And then my bad joins, like that nasty one there, will predominantly be covered up. However, I'm pretty happy with the work around the handle, so just have to wait for the glue to dry and then I can get the majority of that off. Right, next one. Hello everyone, it's Friday evening, and because we've got so far with everything, the lights are working, the gas is working, the fridge is humming away quietly, we just thought we would come in and have a coffee and just chill out in our lovely van. Not quite finished, but nearly there.
Which is good, because then you at least know it's working, because there's no other...
I think just because it's really warm.
Right. Just looking at places where it'd be nice to have pictures up there. I'd be just behind the Berkey up there on that grey wall. It'd be quite nice to have like a picture of some sort. And are we putting the shelf up here?
I don't think I want it above my head, but maybe starting from just behind and going along.
Definitely need a shelf, but then it can only go as far as the Berkey.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Very nice. Just mad in it. What a project.
We didn't do bad.